So, good morning, students. Once again, you are welcome in SST video session. So, today we are going to take a chapter from history part, chapter number 6, the revolt of 1857. So, this revolt is also known as the first war of Indian independence. Okay. So, in the coming few minutes, we will come to know why it is called as the first battle of independence or the first war of Indian independence. So during this time, that means during the time of this revolt, India was under the rule of British East India Company. Okay, so we were not under the crown. British crown के अंडर हम नहीं थे. We were under the company. So it was a company named the British East India Company or the English East India Company, one and the same thing. So let's see why we are going to study this chapter or what are the learning objectives of this chapter. So first objective is to learn about the rebellion in the army and the spread of the movement. Then to understand how the revolt of 1857 originated and spread to different parts of the country. Our third objective is to find out about the changes in the colonial rule after 1857. So, what changes occurred or come in after the revolt of 1857? So, keep in mind that during this revolt, we were under a company. That means the British East India Company. So, let's see. So, here you can see a picture of Bahadur Shah Zafar. So, during the time of this revolt, he was the ruler of India, or you can say he was just the nominal ruler. He was not exercising the real powers. The real powers were being exercised by the British East India Company. But still, he was regarded as the Emperor of India. So Bahadur Shah Zafar II, second. Okay. So let's see. So the year 1857 witnessed armed revolts against the British in parts of central and northern India, which nearly brought down the British rule in North India. The revolt witnessed large scale violence, which was instigated by both sides. British counter revolt measures included public execution of rebels. Execution, students, execution का मतलब होता है फांसी दे देना किसी को, मार देना, सजा है मौत जिसको हम बोलते हैं. So blowing them off from cannons and indiscriminate burning down of villages. The rebels also massacred the white civilians. So from both the sides, lot of violence was done. Okay, lot of people were killed by both the sides. Our Indian soldiers killed us white civilians, and they also killed our people. Okay, so you can say that it was a it started due to very violent activities of the British. So there were large number of reasons responsible for the revolt, which was started just after the coming of the British East India Company in India. Okay. Massacre. What is massacre? Massacre means killing of large number of people. Now the revolt ended the rule of the East India Company by an act of parliament, and administration of India was taken over by the British Crown. So after the revolt, so much violence, after so much violence and destruction, the British Crown, that means the British government, that was in London. They decided to take over the charge from British East India Company in their direct control. Okay, so that was the main effect of this war. Second effect was the instigation of nationalism और nationalistic feelings among Indians. इंडियंस के अंदर भी इस रिवोल्ट ने क्या किया कि नेशनल फीलिंग्स को जगा दिया. हमें पता चल गया कि हमें हमारा देश क्या है और हमें अपने देश के लिए क्या करना चाहिए. So there were many causes that led to the revolt of 1857. They can be broadly studied under the following headings. Now we will start the causes, that what were the main causes responsible for this revolt. So let's discuss a common question or a general question, that what is a revolt or a rebellion. Rebellion or revolt आखिरकार होता क्या है? So a revolt is a sudden, violent and bloody outburst of the people's wrath. जब लोग अचानक से अपना गुस्सा किसी चीज के ऊपर दिखाते हैं, वायलेंस करते हैं, उसी को हम क्या बोलते हैं? रेबेलियन और रिवोल्ट. It could be well planned, bloodless, or long drawn. Okay, it can be well planned and without any violence also. It aims at a major change which may lead to a change in the system of prevailing affairs. It is only possible when large number of people support it. So ये क्यों होता है? ताकि हम सडन चेंज एक लेके आए एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के अंदर, जहाँ प्रिवेलिंग कंडीशंस के अंदर जिनको चेंज करने के लिए रिवोल्ट किया गया है. सो जैसे हमने देखा, ब्रिटिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी वाज रूलिंग एंड आफ्टर द रिवोल्ट द ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट स्टार्टेड रूलिंग द कंट्री. सो one condition is there for a revolt or rebellion: people must support that revolt. A large number of people must support the cause of the revolt. So moving ahead, let's discuss about some social and economic causes responsible for the revolt. So here we can discuss that change in the pattern of trade and commerce. So before ruling of British East India Company, the pattern of trade and commerce in India was different. After their coming, it just changed to the discouragement and loss of Indians. Earlier, we were trading with other countries like Arab countries and many other countries, including European countries, and we were having large profits from them. After the coming of the British East India Company, when they established their control in India, they dominated our trade. They hijacked our trade. उन्होंने हमारे ट्रेड के ऊपर कब्जा किया. All benefits now started going in the hands of the company, and the Indian traders and businessmen were at the receiving end. Okay, they were not benefited by this trade. Okay, so trade and commerce जो इंडिया का खत्म हो गया इससे. Discontent among the people. Second is that discontent, dissatisfaction, gussa. The estates of many landlords were taken over by the East India Company when the native provinces come under the company's dominion. So as we have discussed in earlier chapters, that landlords were there in India who were having large number of villages under their control, from there which they receive the tax or revenues. But after the coming of the British and when they started ruling in India, they just taken all control of land revenue collection in their hands. So in this way, these landlords were dissatisfied. Also, the people were feeling uncomfortable under their rule, under British rule. Why? Because in conditions of shortage of rainfall or less production, the local rulers used to spare their टैक्स वेव ऑफ देयर टैक्स वो उनका टैक्स माफ कर दिया करते थे बट ब्रिटिश नेवर डिड दैट नेक्स्ट थिंग वाज एक्टिविटीज ऑफ क्रिश्चियन मिशनरीज मिशनरीज होते हैं जो लोग किसी मिशन के ऊपर होते हैं खास तौर पर रिलीजन को फैलाने के लिए सो क्रिश्चियन मिशनरीज जो होते हैं वो थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड इंटरनेशनल लेवल के ऊपर काम करते हैं देयर मेन मोटिव इज टू change the religion of the people and get them into Christianity. Okay. When the government established churches and appointed chaplains for it at government expenses, the people grew worried. They took it to be a move to convert them to Christianity under the new regime. Chaplain क्या होता है? A Christian official who is responsible for the religious needs of an organization. So church कंस्ट्रक्ट की गई इंडिया में लार्ज स्केल के ऊपर क्रिश्चियन ऑफिशियल्स अपॉइंट किए गए उनका मेन काम यही था लोगों को जागरूक करना क्रिश्चियनिटी के प्रति उनको अट्रैक्ट करना क्रिश्चियनिटी में और उनको धीरे धीरे कन्वर्ट कर देना क्रिश्चियनिटी में सो लोग इसके खिलाफ बहुत ज़्यादा गुस्सा हो गए नाउ नेक्स्ट सोशल कॉज वाज पासिंग ऑफ न्यू लॉज सो ब्रिटिश पास्ड न्यू लॉज which were resisted by the conservative Indians वो जो सोशल चेंज के लिए लॉज लेके आए हालांकि वो चेंज जो थी जरूरी थी इंडियन सोसाइटी में बट जो हमारे पुराने बूढ़े बुजुर्ग थे उनको वो बातें पसंद नहीं आई उन्होंने बोला कि ये हमारे धर्म के साथ और सोसाइटी के साथ क्या है एक तरह की इंटरफेरेंस है दैट्स वाई दे गेट द पीपल अगेंस्ट द ब्रिटिश सो व्हाट वर न्यू लॉज these new laws were for example banning of sati system as you have read in previous classes that burning of the living widow with his husband with her husband okay so जो लोग थे उन्होंने इसको अपने धर्म के खिलाफ माना then widow remarriage act before coming of the british widows were not allowed to marry but now they were allowed to get married. They even looked upon the reforming zeal of British officials with suspicion. Suspicion होता है शक जो वो रिफॉर्म करना चाहते थे उसको भी शक से देखा गया इंडियंस के द्वारा they were against introduction of railways as people of all castes would have to travel in the same compartment they were shocked when a law was passed which allowed Hindu converts to Christianity to inherit their ancestral property इसके अलावा उन्होंने जो रेलवेज की शुरुआत की सो एज यू नो इफ यू आर गोइंग इन रेलवे यू डोंट नो who belongs to which caste or which religion you just travel together okay you reach your destination then get off okay so but जो Indians थे they thought that it would be a war against their religion against their caste system social system okay so that's why they get against these laws then the persons who got Hindus who got converted into Christianity, British government, British East India Company provided them with a law that they can get the share of their ancestral property. Okay, so this was also a shock for the Hindus. So these were some of the economic and social causes that were responsible for the revolt of 1857. So now we will discuss this chapter, and now I would like to take your doubts regarding this chapter. Rest of the chapter we will discuss in our next session. Let's take up your doubts.